Oh baby, these got fixed on Tuesday. Second chance. They've actually give these a second chance with a recent fix. The break anti-barrier shields now in endgame GM content and all of endgame content, sorry. Second chance, gain a second charge of your shield throw melee, which becomes shield piercing and stuns anti-barrier champions. What they didn't do when they first come out, they didn't work very well at all, and they didn't work really very well in endgame content. But now, look at that, one shield throw, and it's just smashing them anti-barrier shields and applying volatile, where I've got this set up as well, so we can apply volatile and smash that shield just with one shield throw. We get two of them, so the super good exotic. And just to add, on top of being extremely useful for endgame content, it's also going to free up a slot on our armor, so we don't have to run anti-barrier stuff, so it's extremely useful. So what is a good pairing to run this for GMs? There's a couple of options. Collective Obligation is the most insane one out of the lot because it's a void, it's recently been buffed. We're going to be able to apply suppression, weakening and the volatile effect on our void titan, so it's super good with the shield throw and second chance, because the way I've got my subclass set up, I'm going to be able to apply volatile via controlled demolition. Every time we hit something with our void abilities, it's going to apply volatile. And I'm also running suppressor grenade with the controlled demolition, and then I'm also running echo undermining, so our void grenades are going to weaken target. So we've got the weakening, we've got the suppression, and we've got the volatile. That is the three main ingredients that we need for our collective obligation to work to its full potential. So we've got a nice pair of exotic gauntlets on the Titan, we've got a really nice void exotic in collective obligation. Just watch these enemies here, they get suppressed. The suppression part is really nice for endgame content, it just renders them unconscious pretty much. Plus your volatile, plus the weakening. I'm just going to quickly touch now on collective obligation. This weapon leeches void debuffs, like we said, them three in blue, suppress, weakened or volatile. Once your gun is charged, you hold your reload button to swap firing modes. In this mode, damage from this weapon applies the same void debuffs that were leached at that specific time. That's why I have my suppression, weakening effects and the controlled demolition all set up. And this is how easy it is. I've already got it charged, but this is literally what you do. You throw your suppressor grenade, hit the target, and then you've leached your suppression part and the weakening part as the way I've got it set up. And then I've also got Echo of Instability running on there as well. Defeating targets with grenades also applies volatile rounds to our weapon, our void weapon in particular, collective obligation. So it's a super nice little setup, and the suppression part and the weakening part is really good for every sort of activity. GMs, lost sectors, that wyvern is just rendered pretty much useless. So that with a second chance, collective obligation is super nice. I'll show you my full build and then I'll finish off with a few more clips. So this is the way I have my Void Titan set up. The aspects we've already touched on a little bit, but I'll just go over them again. Controlled demolition, hitting a target with our Void ability or volatile explosion makes them volatile. Further damage to the volatile target causes them to explode. Grants you and your nearby allies health when volatile targets explode near you. So giving your teammates a bit of extra health and yourself is really nice. Bastion. Loads of overshields on the Void subclass, as we already know. Casting your barricade grants overshield to yourself and nearby allies and empowers it, enabling it to slowly regenerate. The overshield of allies, bunkering behind it extends the duration. Echo of Instability, defeating targets with grenades grants volatile rounds to our Void weapons. Echo of Undermining, our Void grenades weaken targets. And on top of that, Echo of Persistence, so the Void debuffs applied to you last longer, in particular our overshield. Now I'll quickly go over the mods that I like to run. I always run Reaping Wellmaker on a Void subclass. After activating your class ability, your next Void weapon final blow on a combatant spawns a Void elemental well. So it's a really good mod, I run that quite a lot. And then on top of that, I like to run Font of Might, because what that does every time we pick up elemental well that matches our subclass, i.e. Void, it's going to give us a 25% damage increase to our Void weapons, so it's pretty nice having that extra 25%. Radiant Light is what I run on my chest piece, it has to be arc, so what that does, it gives you plus 20 strength, which is nice for our shield throw, obviously with second chance exotics, and it also makes your teammates charge with light when you cast your super. Elemental time dilation, Our reason why I run this is because it gives me an extra 3 seconds on my font of might, so having 13 seconds versus 10 is pretty tasty. And I also run elemental ordnance as a way to buff all my elemental wells. Getting kills with my grenades going to spawn me void elemental wells. I also run double bomber to get my grenade back quick, and I also like to run momentum transfer. Causing damage with a grenade reduces our melee cooldown, so that's a bit more regen for our melee. And then whatever else you want, ammo finders, linear, machine gun ammo, whatever you want. And then I also run harmonic siphon. So that is the full build, the full setup. I'll leave a dim link as always. Back to some gameplay now. All these enemies are just constantly suppressed and volatile. It's really handy, like I've said, it does stop them enemies doing anything towards your teammates. They usually stand there and snipe. And then just how easy it is, again, to get the leeching effect on this collective obligation going the way I've got this set up. Simply throwing a grenade, leeching, and then just applying it all to all these targets while my friends applied it overload, so we can deal with them with that 15% debuff on from the echo of undermining. Again, just more gameplay of how easy it is to apply this leeching effect. One suppressor grenade, and then you can just literally suppress, leech, volatile, debuff everything in that area. Completely renders them useless for up to about 7 or 8 seconds. Like I said, it does work against most mages and yellow bars, just not champions. The overall Titan Void subclass is extremely useful for endgame stuff as well. Whichever super you choose to use, it works fine. This build is going to work fine on both Bubble or Sentinel Shield. And then again, just back to some volatile sort of gameplay with a shield throw itself. Don't forget, it's not all about the sort of breaking the barrier shield. We can use these abilities to apply volatile whenever we want as well. So again, the whole sort of Titan subclass is really strong for GMs, especially the Void. There is some other weapons, as I'm well aware. A lot of people might not have collective obligation yet, which is obviously fine. There is quite a few different options we can run with the second chance. Personally, if I'm not using collective obligation, I will switch to something like Le Monarch. And then with Le Monarch, it's overload bow this season, and it's got intrinsic overload, so there you're covered for both sort of barriers and overloads. Two different types of champions with only one weapon, because the overload is going to come from the Le Monarch and your anti-barrier is going to come from your shield thrower. So that is the one thing that I found really useful, found it really sort of nice that we was able to have a lot more options, running different types of weapons, having the anti-barrier capabilities on the second chance. There is some other options, not just Le Monarch. If you want to go all out for the barrier sort of breaking, you can run something like Arbalist, which is super strong. Wish Ender is also super strong. Things like Graviton Lance with this particular setup with the voids as well, so it's super strong. I hope you enjoyed this vid. Have a great day.